Hi Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Welcome back. My name is Claire. This is my channel. Today we're going to be doing your tarot scope for August 2020. This isn't going to be a super structured reading like the things you may have been seeing on my channel in the past. So what we're going to do today is just pull some cards intuitively and talk about the themes that are intersecting, and then kind of whatever else Spirit guides me to do. We're outside today because it's it's just the day after Lunasa and feels really nice to be outside, and quite frankly tired of being cooped up. So here we are in the forest. It's beautiful. Let's get into your reading, Aries. What's going on for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising for August 2020? Okay. All right, we've got the Hanged One, we've got the Four of Pentacles reversed, we've got the Ace of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Queen of Wands. I'm going to pull one more, and we have the Five of Wands. 10 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. This is the Flux Arcana deck that we're using today. And for the general energy for this reading, with the 10 of Pentacles being here, I think about this card a lot as being about legacy. Always, I think about with this card. Oh, there's a mosquito that is now dead. With this deck, I really think about sort of the superpowers that have your back, who you fall back on, where you draw your strength for. In the darkest night, you see the stars. And those stars, I feel, are things that have been earned over time. The things that bridge you to others, that make you part of a constellation. For some of you, that will be. And really wearing those patterns with pride as well. Really having that dignity piece for yourself. So, where you are in relation to a community, and where you fit for some of you, where you feel that you intersect with their horizontal, perpendicular, or vertical lines. Who are you parallel to? Who do you see yourself reflected in? Where are the values the same? Those kind of themes. We're just going to have somebody walking by, so I'm going to just stop for a second. Hi. Okay. I'm also seeing in this reading there's a lot of tension for you right now between action and delay. There is give me just a second to really feel into this. Okay. Okay, I think I know what this is. So I think you're coming through right now as this Queen of Wands character, really talking about stepping into a more authentic, creative expression. For you, this can be adopting projects that are more closely aligned to who you are. Sorry, it's distracting, but comes with the territory, right? So I feel like for you, you're going to be stepping into this new power. I sense somewhere in the darkness of your own intuition, there was a new insight that came in. We have this Hanged Man here, and this all talks about, for you, I think this is talking about coming out of stagnation. I think it's talking about coming into a more active, a more direct sort of place. So if you've been waiting for things to unfold in your life, you might finally be seeing some results. You might finally be seeing some movement forward, but it also talks a lot about taking cues from a different perspective. It's more about, okay, what does my body say about this? When you look at a plate of food, you can often tell how it's going to make you feel to eat it just by looking at it. And that's the communication that our bodies use to let us know what will serve us, what will help us. And I think your gut feeling is becoming more and more unavoidably loud. It might be in your ear more. It might be something that's starting to inform the way that you stand up for yourself. Might be informing the way that you choose to engage with the outside world. This feels a bit like wanting to be seen for who you are, really wanting to be accepted and embraced for exactly who you are. I'm seeing that for you in the past, there was a hard time accepting care. This may have come from a sense of abandonment for some of you. This may have come from family patterns, historical dialogues, things that you inherited maybe without realizing that you inherited them. You may have had a family situation where there was a certain legacy or an expectation, or you noticed something that your parents did in their relationship maybe. It was a pattern that just didn't seem to be that healthy for you, for who you were fundamentally. You felt there was a part of you that if you stepped into those roles, if you followed in their footsteps, it would abandon part of you fundamentally. And because of it, learning to accept care, learning to be receptive might be something that's been just out of reach for you. Might feel like it was just out of reach at times. I do sense, with your body guiding the way and with your intuition, with this Hanged One guiding the way, you're choosing a new path for yourself. I feel like that guard is starting to be lowered a little bit. And instead of fighting to keep people out, you're starting to fight to let the right people in. This feels a lot like, well, sex, obviously, just because it's playtime, right? But if that's not something that is available to you right now, it feels like getting into dynamics where asserting yourself isn't something that you need to be frightened of or need to feel like you have to be walking on eggshells in some way. Feels like you're starting to find those dynamics where there's enough healthy friction between you and your community, you and another, where it really feels good to just play. You know, you might be connecting with younger people or people who have done a lot of work around recovering their inner children, their inner child. You might be recovering your inner child. Queen of Wands, I associate, of course, with Leo and with the 5th house. So that's children, that's love affairs, that's creative endeavors. And with all of the patterns that you are going to have the chance, I see, and the time to digest properly, or just really the sense of like having enough is enough in regard to these things, that when it comes time to do something new, it'll feel really good to you because you'll know why, very clearly, why it wasn't available to you in the past. So, you know, you'll be able to see those patterns really clearly, identify them, and say, I'm not my parents. I'm not the culture I was raised in. I'm not bound to that dialogue. I'm not bound to that story. And you're in the driver's seat. You get to be the penman of your own life and create whatever destiny and outcome that you want for yourself. This is a very nice reading for you, Aries. So I'm going to call on the universe just for any remaining guidance we might have for you. And we'll wrap up this reading. We've got the Five of Swords, we've got the King of Pentacles, and we've got the Knight of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Nice. And the Devil on the bottom of the deck. I don't think of it being like that card in this deck. To me, the Devil is one of the more positive cards, actually, because it talks a lot about quality. A lot of the times, you know, it's a sign of quality when issues arise clearly enough so you can see them, so you can look at them, evaluate them, so that they're there clearly enough where you choose to look at them. It's a sign of quality of the supporting structures to be able to see what works and what doesn't. And that, to me, is just what the Devil talks about. It's more about, how do I free myself from this toxic pattern? How do I liberate myself? And I really do see that's happening. I think there's a time for thinking like a criminal. I always say this with this card because I think it's funny, but also a time for forgiveness for you. So I think the universe just really wants you to be held. If you can get to a body of water that's safe in these COVID times, do stay safe out there. Do go and be held by the water. Just go and be safe in the arms of something big. Water has the power to hold us safely, make us feel safe. And I do see for you, there's so much security and the sense of regality which comes back in, and it's so beautiful for you, Aries. I'm really excited for you for August. So I hope that this reading resonated. I hope you didn't fall asleep with my super calm voice. And if this reading did resonate, please give the video a like. It really does help with the weird algorithms of YouTube. And if you want to work with me, all of the information to do that is in the description box down below. So do make sure you check that out. Subscribe if you want to see more of my stuff. And I will see you in your next reading. Take care, guys. Bye.